funny story. Hey, I started this yesterday. I was like, hey, we're gonna finish it this time, but I still have to take like a week off of it. Probably. I might be able to play it next week, but not at the normal streaming time. I won't. So I probably just won't. I don't know. Haven't decided. Next week is gonna be a lot. We'll figure it out. For now, where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Right. So, last time, we tried to punch Measurehead. Didn't work. So I put on a tank top and tried to do it again. It wouldn't let me. Yeah, no, that's fair. It's more gun than I have.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
I am the law. That's correct. Yes. The Disco Elysium tier list works as like it's like a ladder. It's like a ladder ranking. Like you climb up, someone else climbs down. There's only one person on each tier. The other rule of the Disco Elysium tier list is that Kim stays in S tier no matter what.
You sure are, my man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. What's happening?
It's the jam, my man.
I'm not your man, buddy.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
So what we're doing now is we're exploring the other areas of the we're exploring the other areas of Revachol, because we can't punch Measurehead yet.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating. All around clusterfuck.
Yeah. That sounds right.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Limbo? Am I in limbo? That actually would explain a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay, cool. How long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
This is, yeah, no. This is correct for Punch Girl. I don't understand.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Do you have a smoke?
Nope, don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Or waiting for the sweet release of death.
Hey, isn't he like smoking right now? The smell is in the air.
He is! Why did we need the smell perception when he's literally... Look at it! He's doing it right now! You're actually... Right now you're doing it!
Okay, but this is my last one. And it's a bad habit. You should quit before both of us have lung cancer.
Wait, do you have...
Are you sure you don't already have lung cancer?
I am not! Do you have change? I'm pretty desperate.
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
Who's they?
The bosses, man.
I don't know who these bosses think they are, but that sounds like a good arrangement for them.
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had, say, 4 myself.
That's perfectly fair. Don't give more than you can afford. What's going on with the strike?
It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands. No way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Maybe I should go on strike.
Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus, you can get shot. Why not?
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother.
I don't know my mother, but I'd go on strike against her too. Punch Girl will strike anyone.
Okay, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
I'm not, like, super knowledgeable about the French language, but isn't this guy's... I believe this guy's name is Tommy the Man. Which I'm kind of down with.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
All right.
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
I respect it. I think you're lying, but I respect it. I respect the idea.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one.
Electrochemistry, please. Please.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Formidable empathy? Yeah, probably not. You know anything about the dead man?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
What kind of busy?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Punch Girl not understand this.
Nothing. I'm just
Okay.
messing with you, man. Don't mind my idle verbosity.
This is fine. I like this guy, but Punch Girl would not. What is in the truck?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Punch Girl, face value. You're under arrest.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il-Moran market lately.
So, not illegal.
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
It doesn't even seem that far-fetched, honestly.
Never. They would never illegalize sport. Sport is the most wholesome thing known to man.
Oh, thanks, physical instrument. Is that your truck?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
It's kind of cool.
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Loran Bird somehow.
Could I get a tracksuit?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Are we pals?
There's no denying it. Your body needs to feel the touch of some good performance wear.
All right, I had another question.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
I see no particular reason to go for double sixes on this. I'm good for now. Good talk.
Don't be a stranger.
Hey, psst.
What's up, Rhetoric? Oh, I bet I know what this is. And if it is, we're doing it.
Psst. Hey, you.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
I love this bit. I love this bit. This bit is so good. Why is there a word on the street?
You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Okay, listen, I've said some mildly left-wing things, but I did not say murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
What is the communisms?
Failure. It's about failure.
That's right. That's correct. Really? Failure?
Yes. Abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world.
I like this.
You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother.
Punch Girl likes these odds.
You against the atom, the charm and the spin. Where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now get to work, comrade.
I'm in. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Wait, what?
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
You know what? Fine. Let's go, Mesovian socioeconomics. People think communism's some crazy idea that had its comeuppance 40 years ago. A fever that shook the world never to return again. They were right! Until he woke up today. A spiritual corpse responsive only to the call of Commodore Red, prostitutes, and Krasmazov. For him, communism is still a thing. He will single-handedly raise the commune of O2 from the oceanic trench where it has been resting, covered in ghosts and seaweed. He is the big communism builder. Come, witness his attempt to rebuild communism in the year 51. Right, so if inexplicable feminist agenda? What the fuck is that? I haven't seen that before! I am going to have to save some room for some of these thoughts. Oh. -1 health, +1 intellect? I don't know about that.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
I did not expect to get a voiceover for this, but okay.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
Oh, this is gonna be a thing where I'm gonna fixate on this, and Kim is not gonna understand.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, that's simple enough. Oh, these guys. I remember these guys. I want to talk to these guys. Wait! Important thing?
This Post-Levantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
We have to do it.
A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
Good box.
The box seems happy.
Good. I'm happy.
Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also.
Been there, Post-L'Aventurier. Post-L'Aventurier. Mail collection box.
The mail collection box seems cathartic. Thankfully even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow.
Man, having this interaction with this mailbox healed all the morale that I lost from failing to punch Measurehead.
And then suddenly, you see it. Over all the other graffitos, someone has, using the tip of a very sharp knife, cut the words, Reverchon forever.
I'm good. Thanks, mailbox. Hey, what's up?
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
He's got a big sandwich.
Look, in his hand, going into his mouth, the sandwich. It's hauntingly beautiful.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Ball!
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
Ball!
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen.
Feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory.
That's right.
Already, your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
Let's be the man ball! That's not the game!
Merde! Bordel de merde!
There's a chance I should have seen what the game is first. They're clearly not playing shot put.
What the hell is your problem?
Not a weak triceps, that's for sure.
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
A man his age getting worked up like that? Better watch that blood pressure.
I'm sensing anger, and I do not understand why.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 boule.
I thought it was shot put.
Well, it damn well isn't. It's pétanque. You ruined a pétanque game. We want our boule back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
I will attempt to fix this.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
You seem to be playing in a crater?
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Why is there a crater?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Fair.
Heavy artillery fire, you say? That's the best kind of artillery fire. Very interesting.
Yes, good.
Why what?
Why was there heavy artillery?
Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked. Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't so, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
Couldn't they have chosen a place away from people and buildings?
This place is a damn beachhead, son. They had to soften the commies up first.
I don't know what that is.
Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in '08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Deathblow sounds grim.
This here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Oh,
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
that explains all the war damage.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on this city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
He approves of this radical approach, knows it was necessary.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course, they still all influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
I think nothing. I don't think I do. I just do.
I'm just so damn sorry it had to be the coalition. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains,
You boiled cats?
I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frissel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
Fun fact about that check? Sure.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
Have we met, like, a single person who isn't, like, radically anti-foreigner?
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
How does Philip III factor into this?
It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Okay, great. Who is this guy?
Damn Frissel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
So, Guillaume?
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frissel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
So, what is this? What is this suzerain?
The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's bowls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Do you know anything about the murder?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
Was that about the locals?
In Martinez, the Union is the law. So can you really blame them?
So you don't hate cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So you don't know anything?
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
Whoops. I saw the statue.
Ah, yes. King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
That is the story as I've heard it.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
Yes, that's correct. The true king, the one who squanders all of your country's money so that he can have really fancy really fancy gaudy bullshit all the time. How should a true king rule? Well, let's dig into this.
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Seems to me a leader should take care of his actual people.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
Please stop.
The carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
Let's talk about literally anything else.
Right.
I'll try this check. Obviously, I don't have high hopes, but I did hit a 28 yesterday, so we'll see. And even if I fail it, I probably won't die, so...
As Rennie
Hey,
turns
all
from him
right.
to his partner and back, the medals on his chest rattle and glare. He keeps his spine straight and his ribcage lifted, displaying them proudly.
How many medals?
2. The larger one is shaped like a cross, while the smaller medal resembles the sun.
Let's look at the cross.
A crowned head in front of 2 crossed rifles. The medal hangs from a blue striped triangle.
Imagine being in a war 40 years ago. Or however long it was. And then just still wearing your medals and your soldier outfit just around. Just all the time. Because you just feel it.
A small blue star inside an orange sun. It has the word Valiance written below.
So what'd you get these for?
For bravery.
Let's get into it.
No. We were the last ones to keep all the baby killers and rapists in check. And let me tell you, son, if there hadn't been Royal Carabiniers, Revachol might not be standing at all.
Whoa. Sounds like you're about to open the gates of conversation. This man will literally talk your ear off if you let him wander off to memory lane.
Alright, what did you get the medals for?
For doing my duty in the heat of battle. For looking my mortality in the eye. When men like Gaston here hid in the bushes and shot themselves.
You still haven't told me what you did.
He saved some muddy princeling who foolishly strolled into the front line in his gown of velvet and gold.
So... saved Princeling?
It was on the first months of the revolution here in Revachol. Unrest was spreading like wildfire. Marauders had taken most of the Couronne and were getting really ambitious.
Uh-huh.
King Frisel thought he could end it all in one decisive strike. Sent his cousin, Drisson, to put an end to the unrest. Alas, the young Drisson was all piss and no vinegar. wearing a tunic of purple velvet and cockatoo feathers to battle. Even his rifle was gold-plated, shone from 5 clicks away. Can you imagine the asininity?
Yeah, it's real stupid when people put opulence above practicality.
He really despises that Drissant fellow.
Purple velvet tunic. That isn't exactly camo.
Hi, Kim. I forgot you were here, actually.
To keep the long and bloody story short, Drissant marched us against the partisans in Coron. And when I say marched, I mean made us walk into captured enemy territory, single file, like toy soldiers, while he rode in front on his giant red stallion.
That seems tactically poor.
The rebels were smart. They let us come real close before opening fire. Suffice to say, it was carnage.
That must have been a blood path.
I got shot in the left shoulder and went down. Just a flesh wound. But just as I turned over, the prince fell into the mud next to me. He was missing his lower jaw.
That's dire.
Then his horse, driven mad by the noise and smell of gunpowder, stepped on my leg and shattered my knee.
It's painful to even think about.
All right. Keep going.
I grabbed my sidearm and shot the beast in the head. Then everything went black.
Capitaine Arnoux, le fléau des chevaux.
When I came to, it was all over. It was just me and Jolas Tresson, gurgling in the blood-soaked mud right next to me. The Dink had taken numerous flesh wounds and lost a lot of blood. But despite missing his jaw, he seemed hesitant to die. Tougher than he looked, that one.
This would never happen to Johnny Lawjaw. My jaw's tight.
Right. So I grabbed the prick and started crawling. Kept going until the 59th Cavalry picked us up. Through some miracle, we both survived. And the joyless freak convinced Frissel to give me a medal for not leaving him to die in his own blood. Piece and shit. He was the commanding officer and I was on duty. Just doing my job. Shouldn't hand out medals for that. 13 months later, I received the Sun for distinguished service. It's not worth mentioning.
You sense he's downplaying it. He did a lot more than his duty. More than anyone's duty. It's in his spine, in his billowing breasts, and untarnished self-worth.
Sounds like you're being modest.
The old carabinier stands quietly like a statue, his features motionless.
What Monseigneur Modesty is not telling you is that he crawled over 7 kilometers before the cavalrymen found him and Drissant. 2 days later that was. And that even whilst crawling with a mangled half-dead prince on his back, he still managed to murder 3 rebels on his way.
Is that pride in his voice? It's deep down, but maybe even unbeknownst to the man himself, it's there.
This doesn't seem like a good moment to express an opinion. You're just a little bit proud of it. You're a little proud.
Sorry, officer, but you're reading me all wrong. I'm a man of peace, and these kinds of bloody heroics are only impressive to men like René himself. Certainly not to me. How did you find the story to be, officer?
Punch Girl is not impressed!
Maybe, but also bear in mind, officer. They don't hand this out for anyone with a service record. Oh no, you have to get shot repeatedly, and you need to get your hands bloody too. Really, really bloody.
Do not speak of what you know nothing about, Outrun. Duty is something you will never understand.
Why you don't like the prince kid?
Because he was a goddamn dandy. Had no business leading men or even being on the battlefield. All he was related. That's it.
That's fair.
Royal blood alone doesn't make army commanders.
That's right.
He was a stupid kid, only interested in horses, hairstyles, and man-loving. And 782 Royal Carabineers are dead because of his incompetence.
Okay. I'm hearing that someone was assigned as a leader on the battlefield who was maybe not suited for it. I don't think that man-loving has anything to do with that particularly. So just we separate those things. Please enjoy your man ball.
Bah! There were many such stories in those days. Many such men too. True Eversholians. Men with backbone.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yes, René, yes. Men were bigger, girls were prettier, and everyone wore the fascia. Lord, please, bring those days back, if you can.
Maybe not. I don't know if we need everyone to be a fascia.
I'm not getting into this with you again. Officer, was there anything else?
Nope. Thanks for your time.
Some kind of superstar.
Let's go. Let's go.
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
That's right. Punch Girl can do it. -1 logic, price of self-delusion. Man, all we got is learning caps up. That's not crazy useful from like a strict gameplay standpoint. Is it? Because that means I have to put that many points into it, doesn't? I guess I don't know how the learning caps work. However, I did just level up, so now might be a good time to talk about it. This is the learning cap, right? And this is like how many points you can put into each thing. Yeah, so these have been bumped up to 6. Whereas the rest of them are 1 because that's their base stat. I guess the reason it doesn't feel that significant to me is because I remember level ups happening relatively slowly in this game. And so I don't feel like I'm going to get enough skill points for this to even really take effect. Also, I need to put the next one into physical instrument because otherwise I can't punch Measurehead. Okay. That does make sense. Oh, hang on, that's the tear bag. You're kicked out of every joint in Revachol. Well, stop being a shit. Solve that problem. What do we got over here?
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Poor thing.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
That's too bad.
Probably some kids.
A simple but clever solution to ruining a coin-operated viewer. It took ingenuity.
No, it didn't! It did not! Putting gum in shit is the most basic thing.
This coin-operated viewer is facing south. The instruction manual says to insert 25 centimes and pull the handle while looking inside. Then use the focus knob to zoom in if necessary.
That doesn't sound like a good use of my money at this time. This is a book about pate. You don't understand this book and it doesn't seem important. Okay. I don't... Nope, got nothing on that. Future! Government reads your mind using radio technology. Muscular man surrounded by flames. A rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on the cover. Hello, child!
Sir. Step right in. The store is open.